Welcome to the Business Growth Podcast. Today I'm here with Emil, the CEO and founder of Consell CPAs. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Leonard. Appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit more what you guys do. It's Consell CPAs, right?
Consell CPAs, exactly.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more what you guys do at Consell CPAs.
Consell CPAs is a CPA firm working exclusively with law firms across the United States. So we help our law firm clients anywhere from bookkeeping, back office support. We do their billing, we can pay their bills, but more importantly, we do a lot of insight reporting, KPI reporting to give our law firm partners insight in their own firm so they can make decisions based on actual data and not assumptions. And that moves over later in the year. We offer tax planning, tax projections to be able to reduce our law firms or the partners' taxable liability. And also we wrap up the year with tax preparation, which at that time is a breeze because we've done all the legwork, we've done all the planning, the firms know exactly where they're standing, so we just have to prepare a return at that time. That's the model, that's what we offer to our law firm partners basically.
Sure. And what made you decide to specialize specifically in law firms?
I mean, law firm accounting is very specific compared to any other industry. In the United States, you need each state have its own regulations, regulated by the state bar. We are located in California, but we work with clients across the country. But naturally, most of our clients are in California. And a few years ago, State Bar of California, our California State Bar, changed their regulations significantly to protect the consumers because there were a lot of frauds going on. There's a big case, Tom Girardi case that was out here in California that prompted this change. So the attorneys don't only need their accounting for tax preparation anymore or for their own business management. They need it to stay in compliance with the state bar regulations. So that's what really triggered us to focus 100%. We used to work with all kind of industries in the past, but for a couple of years ago, we decided to put all our eggs into the legal industry and just work with law firms now.
Okay. Just because do you find it's more of a niche and as a result, there's like less competition in it? Is that what made you guys decide to go down that route?
I mean, there's competition in anything you do nowadays. The country is so big, there's a lot of players, but honestly, it's not the competition. I'm not worried about the competition. There's so many law firms that need help. It's more about what we can offer our clients. I mean, the more niche you are, the more specialized you are, the more help and value you can provide to your law firms. So the entire idea of going into one industry is to be able to help our client more than just with bookkeeping and tax preparation. We want to be a strategic partner to our partners or law firms so we can help them. So they can focus on what they do best, which is practicing law and not worry about taxes and state bar compliance, making sure payroll gets out, all of that, we take care of that for them.
Gotcha. Okay. And what would you say is the biggest needle moving thing that you guys do for law firms?
I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second. Biggest?
Like needle moving thing
that
you guys do for law firms?
I would say there's really three major things we help our law firms with. One is obviously the state bar, to stay in compliance with state bar, because that's a huge headache. And if it's not done right, lawyers could lose their license. And California State Bar is actually randomly auditing law firms right now, even without anything wrong done. So that's number one, to make sure they stay in compliance and they don't lose their license. Number two, which is I think very, very big portion of what we do, is really insight reporting, which starts with proper bookkeeping, but it doesn't stop there. It moves over to insight reporting with KPI reporting. I'm sorry, Leonard, is it my mic or microphone, or is yours that I hear something in the background?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, really? My gosh, I don't know. Maybe it's...
What are you hearing?
I don't know. It's like a cars or motorcycles driving. I don't know. No?
There's like a little bit of traffic I can hear where I am, but it's not
as long as it's okay.
loud.
Anyway, let's continue. Forget about it. So the insight reporting, which is the KPI reporting, key performance indicator reporting, is when we help our clients not only from financial statement perspective, but also from operational perspective. We give them reports on how their employees are performing, how much are they billing per employee, per partner, are they profitable enough? Just because they're billing doesn't mean that are they collecting on those bills also, or are the employees just putting billable hours? What is their collection rate? These are all ratios that law firms have to monitor and measure regularly to able to run this as a business and not as an employment or as a practice. So that's another big portion. And number three, which we spend a lot of time on at the end of the year, October, November, December, is our in-depth tax planning and strategy meetings, where we sit down with our clients based on numbers that we already have, because we've been working with our clients throughout the year. We have the bookkeeping, we have the financials, we have the insight. Now we just have to put it into planning mode, be able to reduce their liability as much as possible. So those are the three main aspects where we really can help the clients with more than just compliance work.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. And then how about internally for you guys? What are some of the projects that you're currently working on as a business?
I mean, depending who at the firm you ask, but if you ask me, I'm always looking for new ways of improving the operation, new ways of providing more value to our clients. Accounting has historically been very time consuming and labor intensive, like with data entry and all that, which is going away more and more as technology and AI is taking over. All this labor intensive tasks are going away. So our focus is to start implementing as much automations and AI as possible so we can spend that time with the client instead, to understand the client better, to spend time with them, to advise them, so we can be their really strategic advisor. So that's what I'm working on daily basis, finding ways to implement AI in a safe and secure way, which is very important for in our line of business, and also ways to find new tax strategies that could be implemented for our clients. As you know, tax code is changing regularly, and we need to be up to date. So that's my biggest responsibility. Make sure we can provide more.
Yeah, so essentially looking for ways to implement AI, take away some of the more admin type things, manual repetitive tasks, and focus more on the value adding tasks that you can provide to your clients.
Exactly.
Okay.
Typically, when I talk to my team, I typically tell them, we're an accounting firm, right? We offer accounting and tax services, but really we need to see us as any other business, not only as an accounting firm. And if you compare this to, I'm not saying we're a tech company, we're not a tech company at all, but if we compare us to a tech company or Apple, for example, every year Apple comes out with a new phone, with an iPhone. Still, people are buying those phones. People are still getting after, they stay in lines to get this newest phone, even though it's still a phone. Our perspective is we need to learn from Apple in a way where we need to keep providing more and more and more every year to our clients so we don't get stagnated. We don't offer the same bookkeeping and tax services. I see my client next year again. Clients are okay. They're not disappointed, but yeah, Emil and his firm are doing my taxes and my bookkeeping, but that's all they are. That's not what we want to be. We want to keep bringing something new. iPhone brings in a little bit better camera every year, a little better, I don't know, faster, a little bit more memory. That's what we want to offer our clients on a regular basis, improve and increase, and to make an impact so they don't get tired of us.
Yeah, makes sense. It's like a value ladder, basically. And then just going back to the AI thing that you were saying, what would you say is one of the key things you guys are looking to implement AI in a little bit more that is maybe a bit time consuming and not adding as much value to the client as what you would like?
I mean, there are certain things that I really would like to implement AI for that we haven't found a way to do that yet. Like trust accounting for our clients, that's a huge time consuming task. It's very data intensive. It's a lot of hours put in there. We haven't been able. We've talked to many different consultants. We haven't been able to find a good solution. But what we're doing is really from our internal perspective, our own reporting, a report for us that could take hours before internally to measure our own operation now takes minutes. We can just spit it out, and we can have these conversations with our client or our team members, not even client, forget about the client perspective for a minute, with our team members, with their performance, with their where they are, with their development. So we don't just run or manage the firm based on assumptions. I think Leonard is doing good, or I think, yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's coming into the office, so he must be doing good. But now everything is based out of numbers and data, which we can spit out very quickly with AI's help. So we have very healthy conversations with our team members on
Mm-hmm.
how they're performing, what our expectations are, what their expectations are, how can we work together to get in the
Yeah.
middle ground. So
Yeah.
there's so much AI can do. I mean, we're just touching the surface right now, I think. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
in just a couple of years from now, I think our situation should be very, very different from where it is today.
Yeah, yeah, it's really interesting all the different things. It seems like every day there's a new piece of software or something that's being released. So just trying to keep up with everything definitely is a bit of work.
Yeah, I mean, just for 6 months ago, it was all about ChatGPT, or maybe a year ago, and now, I mean, ChatGPT is not as good as Claude is, for example. I mean, we use Claude for a lot of things. I
Yeah.
was So I mean, you can do so much, and just from presentation perspective, also like a marketing material that before could take us hours, if not days, to come up with. Right now, we have the information. We just have to put in that information, and it just spits out the marketing templates or materials. I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, with AI.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've got quite a few things as well where, like you said, it would take like hours to do, and now it's in a couple of seconds. So it's really cool how it's just taking away the really boring tasks and letting us focus on the more fun tasks, essentially. And then I know when we spoke previously, you said another like one of the goals for you guys for this year is to keep expanding the business and reach some more multiple locations across the country. So can you tell me a little bit more about that and what your plan is to be able to achieve that?
I mean, that's our goal here, to expand our outreach. Uh, we already have employees across the country, in multiple states, but we also wanna. One of our goals is also to have physical locations in multiple states. Not necessarily that we need it, because everything is done remotely. Uh, I see all of our clients in the computer here. But I mean, clients feel comfortable, more comfortable, and would like to have appearance, physical presence in their own state. So one of the goals is to get at least two, if not three, locations this year. Whether it's through organic growth in those cities where we hire people, or acquisitions. I mean, acquisitions are other venues for us to grow.
Yeah. Okay. And then so with that, do you have growth in terms of like wanting to get more clients as well, or is this more just in terms of just have more locations where your clients are?
I mean, it goes hand in hand. We can't just get more locations without clients, or we can't just go get more clients without more team members. So it all goes
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, the goal is not to just grow. The goal is to grow in the right direction, in the right way, with a stable foundation where we can keep on building on it. Because if you don't have the foundation right, it just, at one point, it will all collapse. So uh, we got to make sure we make the right moves from both client acquisition as well as team acquisition perspective.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, trying to balance both. And then what do you guys currently do in client acquisition? What do you find is working well for you guys?
Honestly, I mean, I do a lot of just short videos and sharing information. Just by sharing data and information, we get in front of our target market, which are small law firms. So, I mean, we don't do anything special, honestly. We don't do any Google ads. We don't spend any ad dollars itself. We just in front of our clients. We go on trade
Yeah.
shows. We go to biggest law firm trade shows in the country, Clio being one. There are a couple of other ones that we go to. uh, and just sharing information with our client list and lead list, basically emails, weekly basis, blog, newsletters.
Yeah, I saw you were quite active on LinkedIn. I think you post almost every day, which was pretty cool. A lot of firms don't do that. And then who's behind the content strategy? Like, how did this come about that you started deciding to
I mean,
do these different things?
we have a set days where me, our and our operations manager and our marketing team are meeting, and we brainstorm topics and ideas we want to talk about, and we just record them. Honestly, that's all it is. I mean, it's I just talk. There's not much planning other than deciding what we want to share.
Yeah,
Everything else is here. I mean, I've been doing this for over 20 years, so the knowledge is here. So I don't have to really prepare anything. They ask me questions, I answer, and they record it and they
right,
put it out there. And from there, we
right.
create blogs and we create LinkedIn posts and newsletters and that we blast out.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I imagine it is easy just talking about something you've been doing for such a long time. It's just coming coming up with the topics, I imagine. And
I mean, I can't talk about it. It might seem like it's easy to talk about. I can talk about this topic, whatever I know, but ask me to talk about something else, I will blank out. I mean, I won't be able to talk about something else in front of this camera. This is it's me. I mean, this is all I know. It's easy to talk about it and share it.
yeah, yeah, gotcha. And I know we're starting to run out of time here, so let's finish on something that's interesting. How have you found the transition from working for someone else to working for yourself? Because I saw previously you had a bit of like Big Four, that type of stuff. How have you found a transition from that?
I mean, that was a while ago. I started my career even before Big Four. I was at the smaller. I grew up in Sweden, so I started at the smaller firm in Sweden, and then I went to Big Four in Sweden again. Ernst and Young was there for a few
Yeah.
years. Moved to California, worked for another larger firm, not Big Four, larger firm. And I started my firm because I got laid off in 2009. It's almost what, 17 years ago, 18 years ago. So I got laid off and decided, you know what the hell with this? I'm not gonna do it for anybody else. I might just do it for myself. I started it. It's the best thing I've done, and possibly one of the most difficult thing I've done also, because nobody taught me doing business. I mean, it was all learning by doing, learning by mistakes, and I probably done millions of dollars in mistakes throughout these 20 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, if someone is in that mindset and wanna grow and get motivated by it, I get motivated by running a firm. It's not for me. It's not just accounting. It's about
Yeah.
building something sustainable that it's bigger than myself. We're building it with my team. I can't do it myself. With team is helping me do it, and we're all part of this growth. So for me, it's just very rewarding, and that's what really gets me up in the morning.
Hmm. Yeah, that's awesome that it's so rewarding. And then let's finish on, if you could go back to yourself in 2009 when you got laid off from your job, what piece of advice would you give yourself?
I would do the law firm accounting from the beginning.
Okay,
The
specialize
I
from
would
the beginning.
specialize from day one. I
Yeah,
didn't do it. I was very why I was doing anything that any client would ask for, and that lasted pretty long. I mean, we did that for many years, and that's the biggest mistake that I done. Just as a comparison, I know we're running out of time, but what I built with my other firm in over 15 years, we're building this new thing with less than 2 years. So Consell CPA is going to be bigger than the other firm was in just 2 years, which took us about 15 years, a little bit more than 15 years to build.
that's awesome. Yeah, all through just specialization.
Majority of it.
Yeah,
Obviously, I've done it. This is the second time I'm doing it, so I have more knowledge than before. But I mean, it should not take 15 years to build what we have built here. We should have done it probably maybe not 2 years, but 5 years or
yeah,
7 years
yeah.
if
That's awesome.
we would have specialized from day one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it's been great having you on the show. Where can people go to learn a little bit about more about you and what you guys are doing?
I mean, my LinkedIn, as you mentioned, I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm in it. I'm possibly LinkedIn junkie. That's one of the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, just get into my LinkedIn. So reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can also just check us out on consellcpas.com. That's our
Yeah.
website to learn more about our firm, our services, our team. But if you want to message me, just shoot me an email at emil@consellcpas.com or just find me on LinkedIn.
Okay. Awesome. Well, it's been great having you guys here. I'll put the links in the show notes below. You guys have been listening to the Business Growth Podcast. Until next time, keep growing.